General and other high-ranking UN administrators are on Luna for a security summit. We await the official briefing later tonight. Deputy Undersecretary Christian Avasarala has been sequestered to an undisclosed Earth location for emergency government operations.
Archangel is arriving. Stand by for resume post. Ma'am, if you need anything at all, you can use me.
So this is the Secretary General's hideaway. Not bad for a coffin. Nishan, where the fuck are you?
Good morning, Madam Deputy Undersecretary. How was your trip in?
You mean my descent? I'm being guarded like a fucking war prisoner. What do you think?
Was it another assassination plot?
Could be any damn thing. With everyone on Luna for the summit, I am suddenly the highest ranked official on the planet.
Congratulations.
Sure. It doesn't mean a shit. But at least it's a chance to annoy my enemies. Where is your voice coming from anyway? I don't see a comms link. What in the flying fuck?
Apologies for the dramatic reveal. I know how you dislike me pinging your terminal all day. This seemed to be a workable solution. I also took the liberty of having security bring down some of your personal items.
Jesus. How long do you think I'll be down here? Okay, messages.
And Admiral Krusco has sent an urgent message about a situation near Juno. And Undersecretary Mendez is still hounding you about the reorganization plan.
That's all?
No, there's also a message from Callisto.
Are you sure?
Yes, it reached your receiver about 45 minutes ago. I've forwarded it to your hand terminal.
Okay, go back to your dock. Let me get to work. Some fucking admiral?
Christian, I hear you're working out of the bunker today. Is it as ostentatious as everyone says?
Only thing missing is a chandelier. I hear you were looking for me.
Ah, yes. Listen, your role as Undersecretary of Peace Operations is invaluable, of course.
And yet...
And yet, the Belter threat calls for greater scrutiny. It should be the work of a committee, one that I'm shocked hasn't formed earlier. Anyway, the Security Council is planning a vote on the issue.
What issue? The issue of whether to strip me of my powers and throw the belt into chaos?
I know big changes can be challenging, especially when you've been in the UN for so long. But this is a move to protect our people.
Of course. But I can't help but wonder who will be in charge of this new committee.
Well, that's for the Security Council to decide. My name has been put forward, but listen, maintaining peace in the belt is more than one person can accomplish. Everyone is finally acknowledging all the work you do.
By taking my job?
Oh, don't think of it that way. If you excuse me, I've got another call. Always a pleasure.
Undersecretary Avasarala. With Fleet Admiral Hold indisposed on Luna, we've been instructed to defer to you for matters of lawful jurisdiction. At 1800 hours, the MCRN battleship Ramses II entered Juno moonspace. We have hailed the Ramses II 3 times, and we are now within our rights to seize the vessel. However, I've been ordered to seek your go-ahead on all matters in the belt, regardless of urgency or severity. Seeing as you are a civilian administrator, I urge you to trust your military officers to make the right decisions. I eagerly await your response, but I must warn you, if we do not receive orders soon, we will be forced to engage. Admiral Krusko, out.
Civilian administrator, my ass. Brass prick. This Krusko seems damn sure of himself. That makes me even less confident of his assessment. I better look into it myself before responding. I leave this here until I know what it opens.
Hi, Mom. It's me. They lifted the comms embargo, and I wanted to say hey. Haven't heard from you in a few days, and, well, I'm worried. You took the news about Marie badly. She's not what you think she is. She's not a terrorist. She's fighting for justice for ordinary people who were caught in the crossfire. I know you say I distract myself from what's important, but, well, this is important. She is. To me. Anyway, I love you, and I miss you. Keep me in your prayers, and talk soon.
Stupid boy. This is no time for romance. Sweet child, the United Nations did not send you all the way across the solar system to get laid. We love to hear from you, but I expect updates on your health and safety, not on your damn love life. Listen to me, because I won't say it again. You must forget Marie, whoever the hell she is. You have a job to do, and your mind must be free from all distraction. Focus on your mission, and you will be back with us soon. Now, go. I'm sure there is something more important you should be doing. And be safe, my sweet boy. Make us proud. So this is where our discretionary funds have gone. To feather an underground nest. The belt, aka my never-ending headache. Based on the velocity, the Ramses doesn't appear to be any immediate threat to Juno.
All the more reason to keep assessing and avoid making a mistake.
Martians are brash, but a move interesting. There have been no transmissions between the Martians on Juno and the Ramses too.
So it's either a rogue ship or meant to look like one.
Good morning, my love. You look absolutely ravishing. It's true I cannot see you, but I've learned that it's safer to assume. If I was with you, I wouldn't be able to stop from sweeping you into my arms and carrying you away. But alas, I'm not, and will have to settle for your bishop. Your move, darling.
My dear Arjun. Have you learned nothing? I'm always playing a different game than you expect. Ask your king what I mean. I would much rather play a very different game. Sadly, I have been locked in a bunker by some idiot bureaucrats. But when I return home, you should block out your schedule. Tell me about that shit-eating admiral.
I have his file here, but something is off. Gaps in command, sealed records.
So Cusco has powerful friends who like to cover up his mistakes. No wonder he's not afraid of me.
Let me do some digging. It might be nothing, but it couldn't hurt.
Admiral Crusoe. This is Christian Avasarala, Deputy Undersecretary for Peace Operations for the United fucking Nations! In case you have forgotten, I won't have any personal feelings about the Martians drive you to act unwisely. You will stand by for my orders and not move a goddamn inch until told to do so. Have a nice day. Am I ready to unwind? Mars, Earth, the belt. Your own damn children. It's all too much to control. Shit.
Madam Deputy Undersecretary, I received a new update from the Director of Operations. Stand by.
The time window for restoration of services has been extended indefinitely. Thank you.
Does the Director of Operations happen to report to Undersecretary Mendez?
Yes, D.O. Tanaka is a direct report.
This is no accident. Mendez is trying to block me out of the vote.
Forgive me, Madam Deputy, but isn't that a little paranoid?
You'd be paranoid too, if you got fucked over as much as I do.
Whatever's causing it, we won't get much done without power.
You underestimate me, Nishan. My electrical engineering degree wasn't just for show. Word of this gets out, I'll have your testicles as paperweights.
Understood, Madam Deputy Undersecretary.
I learned a few things besides networking at Kano Polytech. Let's hope I remember them.
Well done, Madam Undersecretary.
What can I say? I live to impress you, Nishan. We have power again, but it's limited. Any news from the outside world?
The Security Council vote will proceed as planned, but you are scheduled to address the delegates first. The Ramses 2 is still off course near Juno, and the intervention window is closing. You've received another message from Admiral Kruzko, and you should be able to contact him again.
That won't mean shit if I can't make him listen. Did you find any dirt on him?
I'm afraid not. Of course, if the Secretary General weren't indisposed, he might share whatever unsealed files he might have.
He's safe. I like this dark side of you, Nishan.
I learned from the best, Madam Undersecretary.
My darling, while I would gladly carve up my schedule for you, it sounds like you might not be home anytime soon. I'm not surprised that foolish men think that they can control you, and I pity them greatly. I just heard from Shanapal. All things considered, he's faring well. I credit your fighting spirit, which I trust won't be too wounded by the loss of this pawn.
Faring well? Have you heard what your son is doing on Callisto? Foolish little shit. Falling in love with some belter. I blame you for this ridiculous sentimentality. All the time we spent raising him. And what does he do? Falls in love on a rock in the middle of space. Talk to him, Arjun. If you can't change his mind, no one can. Need to find the key. Knowing the Secretary General, he's hidden somewhere that makes him feel clever. Go back to your base and face the wall. It's called plausible deniability, for fuck's sake.
Deniability of what?
Good draw. It's almost optimistic to think we could fuck up this planet more than if we were wasting our time planning for alien contact. At least we are being honest about it. Give me the strength not to strangle that infuriating private, or the strength to do it. Either way.
Hi, Mom. It's me again. 2 messages in one day. Must be a new record, right? So, we're gearing up for a mission. I don't know where yet, I never do, but I wanted to reach out. I don't care what you say. I'm not breaking things off with Marie. It's my decision. Just because you think you control the system doesn't mean you control me. Remember when you forced me to enlist and I didn't talk to you for 6 months? I don't want this to be like that. Call me back when you get a chance. I'd love to hear from you before we deploy.
Sweet boy, you must stay safe and return to us soon. You have an important job to do, and I trust you to do it well. However, this is no time for sentimentality. All soldiers feel strongly on the eve of battle, which is why it's the worst fucking time to make decisions. Push this Marie out of your head and focus on what matters. You know what to do. I love you desperately, and I pray I will see your face again soon. Semper Fi, my sweet boy.
Oh, Christian, I was just about to call you. The council has set the date for the reorganization vote. It's today, in full assembly.
And I don't suppose you'd consider postponement for the council member who's working from a hole in the ground.
Oh, believe me, I asked, begged even, but there's too much momentum.
I've made my position clear to you. I am sure I can make it to the other councilors as well.
Oh, of course. But the timing is, well, you should get on people's calendars as soon as you can.
Jeffrey, I like you. You're ambitious, and you have balls. That's why I am telling you to cancel the vote. You don't want to go up against me.
Christian, you are an inspiration. I've looked up to you for, well, my whole career. But this motion is moving forward, and last I counted, you were 3 votes short.
Cocksucker.
I've populated your screen with 5 delegates whose votes may be winnable. You should call them and see where they stand.
Very good.
Undersecretary, this is Admiral Kruzko. I'm afraid the situation near Juno has reached its inflection point. The Martians are now openly flouting system law, and this act cannot go unanswered. Your empty posturing may be how UN bureaucrats conduct business, but we in the Navy are men and women of action. No orders have been issued, but I cannot guarantee the obedience of my captains. They understand that lives are at stake, and they are only human. I implore you to transmit orders as soon as possible. Kruzko, signing off.
This asshole won't respect me unless I make him. Admiral Kruzko, here are your orders. You will remain in place. You will not intercept the MCR and Ramses 2. Understand, this is not a request, and I owe you no explanation. I've also been reviewing your sealed personal file. It reads like a fucking tabloid. Sex, nepotism, cover-ups. It would only take one word from me to have it unsealed and all over the news tonight. I will await your confirmation of these orders.
This is Deputy Governor Dunning.
Natalie is Christian.
I should have known.
Natalie, I need a favor, and you know I wouldn't ask unless it were urgent.
Who are we kidding, Chris? You only ever call when you need a favor. So what is it?
It's the Security Council vote. Can I count on you to reject the reorganization under Mendes?
I like you, Chris, but not enough for charity.
Meaning?
Shepherd Complex has a faulty filtration system, and it needs updating. But the funds are never there. See that Shepherd gets its new water tower, and I'll support you.
I'll see what I can do.
You're Christian Avasarala. I expect a lot more than that.
Well, this is a surprise. To what do I owe the honor?
This is about the vote to reorganize the Security Council.
Ah, I see. Well, Jeffrey Mendez is a spiteful worm, and any motion he champions is certainly one I will vote against.
So I have your support?
If you make me one promise.
I will do whatever it takes. I give you my word.
Ah, be careful, Madam Undersecretary. That's a dangerous thing to say in our line of work.
For some, but not for me.
As of now, I will vote with you against the reorganization. However, whatever happens in negotiations, you cannot raise taxes. If you plan a tax hike of any kind, you will be calling Mendez Sir before the week is out. Do you understand?
A more powerful Jeffrey Mendez is something nobody wants.
True, but power abhors a vacuum. If Mendez is stopped, who will step in to take his place? You?
I understand the situation, and I will make this work.
I appreciate the call, Madam Undersecretary. Good luck.
Avasarala.
Okoro, I've heard that you're undecided on the security reorganization.
Only because I knew you'd show up here eventually.
I know we've had our disagreements in the past, but your support in this vote is crucial.
How crucial?
Enough for me to be here kissing your ass, when I should be in New York getting a manicure.
So I can give you the vote, but I'll need something in return.
Don't keep me in suspense.
We're getting a lot of flack from the wealthier tiers of the Earth admin zones. Too many private regulations over spaceport licensing.
You're joking.
They want the UN Accountability Office to deregulate private spaceports, and they're fine with higher taxes if that's what gets it done.
Very well. I will get back to you.
I'm sure you will, but only when your back's against the wall.
Does she think I do this to make friends?
Is this for real? Christian Avasarala. It's been a long time.
Elena, it's been a few years.
Years? Come on. You remember the last time we saw each other.
Of course, that was a wonderful day we had together.
At the ambassador's funeral?
Fuck.
It had its moments, I guess, but wonderful. You've always been a funny one, Christian.
Listen, I need a favor.
Let me guess. Mendes security plan?
How did you know?
Singh warned me you'd be calling. But I understand why you're concerned. Any idiot can see what Mendes is trying to pull.
Can I count on you?
You may. But only if the proposed water tower in Shepherd Complex never moves forward.
Oh, you're not a supporter of the project?
I'm not a supporter of handing Dunning another fucking victory to pad her resume for committee assignments.
I see.
I knew you would. Gotta run. Good luck today, Christian.
What can I do for you, Madam Undersecretary?
I'm coming to you for help with the Security Council's reorganization proposal.
Oh, that. I'm afraid the belt's security status doesn't affect the People's Party's platform. Not directly, anyway.
Then I would like to ask for your vote.
and incur the wrath of Jeffrey Mendez? I don't know how I feel about that.
Who's to say that Mendez won't come for you next?
Why would he? The party has no quarrel with him. Listen, I want to help, but I have my own issue that I could use your support with.
Naturally.
The private spaceports of the wealthy are draining resources and crowding public lands. Now some delegates are attempting to remove the limited regulatory oversight we have.
Spaceport regulations. That's your issue?
That, and raising taxes, of course. The people have spoken.
Very well. Thank you for your time, Mr. Weiss.
Anytime. We appreciate your support.
I've captured the findings from your conversations with the delegates. You can review and prepare your policy decisions when ready.
Very good. I'll meet you at your station.